Hey there, and welcome. You know that feeling, right? When a song just hits you, lifts you up, or takes you back to a specific moment in time? But what if I told you that feeling isn't just a feeling? What if it's actual biological medicine?
So let's just cut to the chase. Can a song, a simple melody, or the act of singing out loud, can it truly physically heal you?
Well, the answer is a pretty resounding yes. And look, we're not just talking in metaphors here or some poetic, artsy idea. This is a field backed by some pretty serious scientific research, and today we're going to dive into exactly how it all works.
This is something ancient cultures have known for centuries, and now modern science is finally catching up and proving them right. Music is, without a doubt, incredibly powerful medicine.
So how does this healing actually work? Well, science tells us it really happens in two main ways. The first is therapeutic. Think of this as managing the day-to-day stuff, like lowering your stress levels or just making you feel a bit better. But then there's the second path, transformative. This is that deep, profound emotional release that can literally change your whole perspective.
To really get this, we've got to pop the hood and take a look inside our own heads. What is actually going on up there when you press play on your favorite track?
What's so wild is that music isn't like other activities. It's a full brain workout. It lights up almost every single region at the same time. The parts from memory, emotion, motor control, you name it. It's one of the most complex and holistic things your brain ever does.
And while all that is going on, your brain starts mixing up this incredible feel-good cocktail. We're talking a rush of dopamine, which is all about pleasure, oxytocin, the bonding hormone that makes us feel connected, endorphins, which are your body's natural painkillers, and serotonin, which is absolutely key for keeping your mood stable.
And here's the best part, it's a trade-off. While all those amazing, feel-good chemicals are surging, your levels of cortisol, that's the big one, the main stress hormone, are actively going down. So music doesn't just add good stuff, it literally fights stress at the chemical level.
If you want to see a truly powerful, real-world example of this, you have to check out the documentary Alive Inside. It shows patients with severe dementia who seem to wake up when they hear music from their past. It just proves how deeply music is wired into the core of who we are.
Okay, so that's what happens when we're just listening. But what happens when we switch from being a passive audience to an active creator? Well, that brings us to the science of singing. And believe me, this is where things get even more interesting. You heard that right. The act of singing is a legitimate full-body workout. It strengthens your lungs, it's good for your heart, it can help you sleep better, and it can even fix your posture. It's basically a wellness routine you can do anytime, anywhere. Let's just focus on the heart for a second. Singing gives you a nice, gentle cardio workout. But here's the part that just blows my mind. Studies have shown that when people sing in a group, their heartbeats can actually synchronize. I mean, they're creating a literal biological harmony. How cool is that? Singing also forces you to do this deep, rhythmic breathing, which is fantastic for calming your whole nervous system down. And hey, here's a fun little side effect. Because it strengthens all those little muscles in your throat, singing regularly can actually help reduce snoring.
Now, I know what a lot of you are probably thinking. This all sounds great, but I can't sing. So let's just tackle that head on, because it's the biggest thing that stops people from trying.
We really need to redefine what we even mean by a bad voice. Most of the time, we just mean a voice that doesn't have perfect pitch or sound like a pop star. But for making a real connection, things like honesty and character are way, way more important than being technically perfect. I mean, come on, think of some of the most iconic voices in music history. Bob Dylan, Janis Joplin, Tom Waits. Nobody would call their voices technically perfect, but they are dripping with character, with raw emotion, with authenticity. And that's exactly why we can't forget them.
So here's the big takeaway. We've been taught to think that a good singer has to have a huge range and a pretty tone. But what we actually feel, what connects with us on a human level, is emotion. It's authenticity. It's someone telling us a story. And that's what really matters.
And that power to connect authentically doesn't stop with you. In fact, this super personal act of just using your voice is one of the oldest, most powerful ways we humans have to connect with each other.
When we sing together, this amazing chain reaction kicks off. First, we get in sync, physically, our breathing, our heartbeats. That tells our brains to release oxytocin, the bonding hormone, which makes us feel trust and belonging. And that builds this incredible collective strength, whether you're in a church choir or a street protest. And we see this woven through all of human history, right? From ancient spiritual chants to protest anthems like We Shall Overcome, singing together has always been the way we build community, strengthen our resolve, and heal together.
So, let's bring it all back home. The most powerful tool for your health, for your mind, and for connecting with others, you've already got it. Your voice is the one instrument you were born with. It's totally free. You always have it with you, and it's ready to go whenever you are.
There's no prescription needed, no appointment to book. All you have to do is use it. Your voice is your medicine.
And that leaves me with just one final question for you to think about. Whether you are belting it out in the car or just listening quietly, what song has been your medicine? Thanks for tuning in.